Bear with me here as I get this set up. I think right about there is a good spot. Greetings, my name is Marty, and we're going to go over version 2.0 of the infamous 14-year-old problem of the tail light issues on the CTS wagons. I've got this one came off my vehicle. This is the right side. Here's the left side. There is one good fix out there. The only fix really. And if you go to you can Google it too. If you go to the CTS Wagon forums, it can be found that way, but I found it's easier to find it if you just do a Google search of the wagon taillight fix for the CTS, and it comes right up. Here it is. I printed it out. It's 45 pages long, but it's mostly pictures. I commend Ron for doing a great job of discussing each step of the phase of doing this job. And there's a couple of brackets we'll be building. So that's where we're at. We had to identify the different components and the materials they're made of so we know to use the right adhesives, which we'll cover in a minute. Infinity 310, forget the B, but 310. We have here, stamped on here, the date that it was manufactured. This one's 2012. So they never did fix it. GM never really, rumor has it they did some changes, but as far as I know, they never really did. Their response, their fix was to continue replacing it under warranty until the warranty expired. So, because you can put brand new ones on over a period of time, they'll still, the tips still separate from the body, and the retainer will break off. We have housing, which is ABS. We have the watershed, this piece here, which is PP blend with TPE. If you, I don't know, you want to get it deep in the weeds, TPE is a thermoplastic elastomer, and PP is polypropylene. So after talking to the manufacturer of these adhesives that are special for plastic, think of the next generation of above and beyond epoxy. So there's two screws here that are sort of funky that we have to take out to remove the watershed. They're 5-point safety torques. I didn't even know that existed. To me, safety torques are all 6-point. I'm not sure I ever counted them. There's 6-point and there's 5-point. They use both in here. You'll notice my TS25 is missing out of there. That's because it's right here. So that's, because in Ron's write-up, he just used a mini grinder and just cut a slot in it, use a regular screwdriver. But, you can readily available online. Don't think your favorite hardware store will have these, but TS25, so 5-point torques, safety torques. They got a hole in the middle because they got a little pin in the middle. Why they had to do that, I don't know. So after you take those two out, here and here, this will come out. Mine's a little bit different now because I've got my tabs on it. One of these was broke off, so glued that on. What I've done, and what Ron's done, is you add this tab here. I don't know if you saw that, because there's a slice in there where it mounts to the vehicle. And that goes through like that and lines up, right? And then goes on like this. That's Ron's fix, is this one. The issue I have with that is it's only grabbing the very tip. And if you look at the body, well, actually it's called, this part is called the housing. If you look at the housing, the very tip, there's a weak point here, and just grabbing way at the very tip made me nervous. I'm like, I'd like to be able to grab, not just up here, but grab further down, because up here is where the anchor point is on the car, right? Which we'll get to it in a second. I want to grab down here and pull also. That was my objective. So a second tab on top of the first one, and then we put an anchor point. It's a riv nut in the body of the vehicle. So that we have 2 screws going in to hold it in place. The two tabs, right? The 2 pieces that are here, right? These 2 here look like this. Now, these are actually made out of 17 thousandths stainless steel. Just got online, got a sheet of it, you know, right here. I don't know, $5 or something online. But I found it so hard, so difficult to even get a pilot hole drilled through it. With brand new virgin cobalt drill bits, I had a lot of trouble, and I thought the stainless is overkill. It's hard to work with. So HVAC ductwork, not so much the sheets, I think, so much as the round pipe ductwork, because it seemed to be a little bit thicker. Could have been my imagination. Bear with me. Oh, I don't know what I did with it. Oh, yes, I do. Hang on. I know it's right over here. It's right over here. So we have this ductwork, and I cut a chunk out of it, right? So cut it to size, cut it to shape. This one's not mirrored image. This is the same, but keeping in mind left and right. For this, you've got the little angle tab here, which we'll discuss in just a second. Obviously, so you have a left and a right. Do the drawing again real quick. There you go. See that? Just don't forget left and right. Now, so what we do, this one should be prepped for these new ones here. What we're doing is there's a channel right here that we can slide this in. His does that way. It gets glued in, right? So, got to angle it, slide it in. There's a little channel there, and then you can do the same thing with this here and here. So you end up with 2 pieces in there like that. And we glue them in. You just, you know, stick a bunch of glue in there, then slide them in. Now, in order to slide them in, there's a little nipple of sort right where this, you'll see it when you get the lens unit out. Right here, there's a little nipple that's a tab that sticks out that just melt it down. I mean, you have to sort of clear the channel out a little bit so that you can get these in nice. What I did is I made a piece like this. This is the stainless, and I used this. I put this on a heater. I got this real nice and hot, and then I just crushed down that little red nipple there, and then slid this in to clear the pathway. There is a path in there, but as to how each one is going to be just slightly different depending on the process of when it was probably sonically welded together, I'm going to say. I don't think it was a heat so much as sonic welding. I don't know. But you got to clear that path out a little bit so that this can slide in and out. So it slides nice in this way. This one slides nice in this way. And I just gooped it up, fill it with glue, stick them in there. Don't drill your holes yet. The holes will drill when you're down here, which we'll get to next. So, without further ado, let's go over to the vehicle. Do I need to bring one of these with me? Yeah, let's bring the right over with me. And here we are. So, unit removed. Here is the original anchor point for the upper point. That's the OEM, right? Is right there. Now, you'll notice I have a new one here. So when there's a rivet nut tool, right? If you're familiar with these, I don't know if you are, try to get in focus. And so it's a rivet nut. You squeeze on this. Here, we could just demonstrate. Watch. You squeeze on this once you have a hole. Try to get it in focus. Come on, focus for me. Oh, I can't do it one-handed. Come on. I can't do it. It takes 2 hands. You squeeze it and it swells, right? It pinches it in the hole that you drill. You drill a very specific size hole for this particular. It's a 1032. There's a bag of them. This comes as a kit. Rib nut. So can I do this one-handed? We shall try. Let's get out of the zoom mode. Let's shrink this back down. Because what we're going to do is, well, you can see how that's going to end up lining up, right? Those two right there. Hope that's in focus. So we got 2 anchor points now. You got a couple of studs, excuse me, that come out. Focus seems to be an issue with my smartphone. It doesn't know what to focus on. I did the right one first. Reason being, access is easier because you've got your battery compartment door you can take off. So now you have access here, up through here, and up behind this panel here. Be careful, this panel's got airbag system. And then if you get up underneath here, where is it? Oh, right there. There's the hole that comes through here. That is for the studs here, here, and here. You got this lip right here that drops down inside here for how they assemble it. And I probably can't do it too well one-handed, so I'll just sort of demonstrate. As you can see, my intention is, and so now what you're going to do is drop it in. We'll try. This is a little tough because I don't know what's being shown in the camera right now. Bear with me. We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it. We got it. Okay. There's another one. There's another one. There we go. She'll go in now. Obviously the bezel is missing, so you got to put the bezel on. But it's you can see it better now without the bezel. So now, pretend these holes aren't here. They're not drilled yet. Press this down all the way against the body. Drill a pilot hole here. That's all you're going to do. And then align this one with the existing hole. And that'd be for a bolt. That's for the OEM one. That's already there, right? That was there. Once you have a pilot hole here, you can take this apart and drill the right size holes you need for the rivet nut and for the bolt that needs to go through the new tab. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. I would like to be able to squeeze this so you could see. Maybe I can prop this up like this. No, maybe. Yes. And see if it'll focus on this. Like this. And that's how rivet nuts work. You buy a kit for, I don't know, I paid 40 some odd dollars for this kit. And that pretty much covers, I think I've covered everything. Yeah, that's so basically we're just creating 2 anchor points instead of having just the one to pull it back against the body. And hopefully I've already had it installed and it looks good. And that is the end of version 2.0 of taking care of the 14-year-old problem of the tips separating from the body on the CTS Wagon 2010 to 2014. Thanks for watching.